So, thank you for coming, but let me start off by asking, how did you get started in ag? Like, what was it like? You started because of your family, or did you start because you found it interesting in school? Like, how did you get your start?
Yeah, so I'm a fifth-generation farmer in Garrett County. My granddad, my dad, our whole family have farmed our entire lives, and so it was just kind of built into my blood and got a love for it at a very young age, and started taking over more and more of our farming operation the older that I got, and just couldn't think about life without farming. I just absolutely love it.
I assume you were an FFA at some point. I feel like that's a pretty safe bet for anyone here. When you joined FFA, did you do a lot of the things that were asked of you willingly, or were you kind of like pushed into it and being like, you're doing this now, or did you do it by your own choice?
Yeah, no, that's a great question, and the reason that it's such a great question is because when I was in school, I got a part of FFA because in reality I wasn't into FFA. I just did it because I was a farming kid, and I thought I was supposed to do it. And then when I got in, I was very much told, that I needed to do certain things and get involved. And I was a goof off. I mean, I was a complete goof off. And so I was chewing tobacco in the back of the classroom. I was joking and cutting up and making trouble all the time. And my FFA advisor came to me one day and said, "Look, you got a great farm family. You're a really smart kid. You got stuff going on. You really should put an effort in and try to do this." And from that day forward, I took his advice and I started leaning into being an FFA member. I became a sentinel for my local chapter vice president, became state star in 2006 for FFA, and it kind of changed my life forever, being able to be involved in FFA and not just being a casual participant, but being a willing participant in the process and trying to strive for things instead of just having them happen to me.
I went through something similar, like my grandfather on my dad's side, he was a farmer. Like all of him and his family were like longtime farmers in just in Warren County, just a bit south of Bowling Green. But he moved to an IT job, so that kind of got lost due to times and him moving back and forth. And then I got started in 6th grade in middle school, and I kind of was put into an agriculture class. I was like, oh, I don't want to do this. I don't want to learn about farming. Yeah. And then within like 2 days, I was like, dang it. It's more than just working on a field all day. It's so much more. And I've fallen head over heels in love for it. And I want to continue to be in agriculture for the rest of my life. I want to work in it because it's made such a profound impact on me as a person. Like the amount of people I've met, the amount of teachers I've gotten really good advice from have just been astronomical to my development as a person, and just the leadership opportunities, the opportunities period that you get for FFA for agriculture is just so amazing that I couldn't imagine myself here talking to you without it. And I assume you know the creed, but and you've probably heard this if you ever did creed speaking, but which paragraph in all of it means the most to you?
I think just the very first thing that is said is really what I try to base my entire job on as Ag Commissioner, as I believe in the future of agriculture. And I think that there is not a more perfect creed that's been put together as far as for a mission for an organization like what this is, around leadership, faith, around what we do on the farm, how we build out that future that we want. And everything that we do at the Department of Agriculture under my leadership is based around that future for all of you all and for the rest of the state. And so that's a good question. I wish I could read through it again right now to see if there was something that would fit more perfect, but it would be hard to beat, I believe, in the future of agriculture.
And I've asked a lot of people this question, and they usually say the first or the fifth. And the fifth is almost the exact same as the first, but it's more focused on American farming and agriculture, which I think E.M. Tiffany in 1933, 34, he wrote the first paragraph to be the first paragraph for a reason. There's a reason why every single time it starts off with "I believe in blank," because that means something. Let alone it being "I believe in the future of agriculture," because agriculture is the reason why anything is possible. Without agriculture, we wouldn't have the like technological amenities that we have. There wouldn't be specialization, and we wouldn't be a civilization without it. So I think believing in the future is the most important thing for agriculture. And on top of that question, what do you think, as an individual member, a FA member, or a person in high places yourself, is the biggest problem with that we as individuals can change when it comes to agriculture?
That's a great question. I think that each individual that's in FFA right now, any young person that's involved in agriculture in any way, should take that message into the other stuff that they care about and believe in, because one of the biggest issues that we have in America and around the world is the perception of agriculture that's not true. And so for me, my other world that I try to take agriculture into is around foster and adoption. I have 2 adoptive children. I'm on the CASA board of Lexington, so foster kids we talk to and work with a lot. And so taking it into that world with adoptive and foster families, they're getting something in agriculture that they normally wouldn't get. So whatever it is, whether it's sports, whether it's entertainment, whether it's other parts of the school, whatever degree or thing that you get involved in your future, being able to take agriculture into that, to work on other people to understand it better, to really have that love and faith in it the way that we do.
That really means a lot to me, because I'm from Lexington. I go to Locust Trace, something interesting that I think every single person I've asked this question, even myself when I was asked this question, gave almost the exact same answer, which is about how the perception of agriculture is just farming and how that is turning people away from it. Like during my committee chair interview, I was asked what is almost that exact same question that I just asked you, and I gave a question along the lines of a lot of people don't really know what it is, or when they think they do, they have a bad interpretation of it. And I think that's really, I'm very glad that a lot of people like you, Thaddeus, Michaela, everyone here that I've asked that question has all came up with the same answer, which means that they know and that they're trying to better it, because it is it's agricultural education on the little symbol. Used to be vocational, but obviously that changed. That's just a really, really good thing. That makes my heart happy, because my sister was the same way that I did. It's just farming. So she's a year younger than me, and I was like, you're doing FFA. I don't care what you say, you're doing it. And she loves it now, because she just assumed it was something that it wasn't. But when she found out what it was, she loves it. She loves learning about food science, how it gets from farm to table, and that just means a lot. Thank you for your time.
Absolutely, thank you.